Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be showing you how to build the Cyber Scout LandCross, an alternate build I've made using the parts from the LEGO Creator set number 31111 Cyber Drone. So starting off, I'll give you a good uh, top a good top view of the parts that are used to build this that are used for this build. Got the minifigures standing there, watching from afar. And with that, let's go ahead and get this started. To start with, let's go ahead and start with a large piece like this one right here. So we got like this large, uh, got this sort of like large, sort of S-shaped kind of brick. It's an odd one, but it is very much needed for this build. I think it is a good like base to start off with. So to start off, let's start with a white 1x2 and attach it like so. Then we can take two of these dark gray brackets in these two dark gray brackets. We can attach them to the studs here on this part like so. Then up next, we take one of these black slope bricks, attach it to here, like so. After that, we can then go ahead and take a 2x4 plate and attach it to the two anti-studs from the brackets. Then after that, we then take two of these same brackets but in orange and then attach those there. After that we can then use this end of this large piece by using these parts right here. So we can take a 2x2 plate in black, attach it to the anti-studs here like so. Then take another white 1x2, attach it like so. Then take two of these 90-degree angle plates, attach one like so, and attach the other right there. Then after that, we take this round plate with the axle hole. We can then attach it to these four anti-studs like so. Then after that, we can take our 2x6 plates and attach the anti-studs onto these four studs right here. I'm going to attach it like this. Then there we go. And what we have here, and what we basically have here is our sort of chassis build started. We have the sort of chassis of the build started. Now, after that, we can then take a gray 1x4, attach it to there, and a 1x2 in sand blue, and attach it like so. After that, we can then move to the front. And what we're going to do for the front is we're going to take one of these hinge pieces, take one of these clear one of these clear round tiles, attach it to the attach it to one of these studs. Then after that, we can take this sand blue panel, like flag panel piece, then clip it onto the bar connections, like so, having it so that the angled edge is facing the same side as the side with the clear piece. After that, you just mirror that. You mirror that, and then you attach these onto the front, onto these black studs, like bam, and there. Then you can line these up and angle these down a bit. After that, we can then take our other black sloped brick and attach it to here, having it so that these parts are securely in place. And there we have our front section sort of started. And to flip, then we can of course flip it upside down so we can work on the front treads. So for the front treads, we take one of these, which is our small Technic lift arm. We can then take one of these brackets, attach the stud onto the center of the connection onto the like so, onto the piece like so. Then you're going to build a second one. You're going to build two of those. Then after that, we take this piece and attach these both onto these two studs, like so. And so there we have that sort of assembly. Then after that, we can attach these four studs onto these four anti-studs here up on the underside, like so. And then look at that, we have the front treads assembled up like so. Coming up next is the rear axle sort of section. So we can take this piece, you can take the 2x2 in black, flip it upside down, attach a white 1x2 and another one of these gray brackets, attach them both on the underside like that. Then take this 1x3 orange tile, and what we're going to do here is we're going to attach it using the in-between connections. So usually you can either connect it either like that or like that, but in this case we're going to connect it in between like so by inserting these circular pieces, these circular tubes in the tile, and inserting them into the hollow studs like so. So you get that. So you get that in between stud connection. After that, we can put that down, take one of these, then you take one of these pin stud pin pieces, connect the pin side onto the connection like so, and then take your wheel, connect this side onto here by connecting the blue stud from the pin into this circular section right here, the circular connection right there. So there you have that. Build two of those. Then what we're going to do is we're going to line these up and attach this onto the studs like so, like that. After that, we can take this, connect and attach these studs onto the anti-studs from this white part here. Attach that to there. Now we have our wheels connected. Up next are let's go with the uh, wind. Let's go with the windscreen connection next. So, starting that, we'll take one of these, the 2x3 plate in dark gray. Take two of these clip pieces, connect them here like so. Have them lined up so that the clip sides are facing towards an edge. After that, we'll take a curve piece, connect all four anti-studs onto all four studs like so. After that, we can then, of course, clip our windscreen onto these clips via that bar connection. Then after that, we'll take another bracket, but what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this detailed part and connect these two studs onto these two anti-studs here off to the side and attach that sideways like that. And then what you're going to do is mirror that, and what we're going to do is connect the studs onto each of these onto the anti-studs right here like so. So it should, so after all is said and done, it should look like this with these part with the flat with the semi-flat parts here facing forward, uh, as if they look like intakes of some sort. What we're going to do next is we're going to take this, connect these gray anti-studs onto these 6 studs right here. Connect it like so. And for now, we can just flip the windscreen down. And then we have that. Up next, let's work on the side paneling for a little bit. So for the side paneling, let's take an orange 1x2, connect another 1x3 tile onto that like so, so that the overhang is facing this side, is oriented like this. What we can then do is take this, sloped, we can take this angled sloped tile, the one that is angled this way, the one that's the angle is pointed that way. We can then of course attach these two studs onto these two anti-studs here. So connect it like that. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Then after that, we'll take our orange curve piece like this, connect this anti-stud here onto this stud right here from the wedge. And there we have that. Then you, of course, mirror that and connect these two side panels then connect the side panels to the side using these brackets. So connecting it like that and like that. Then after that, we're starting to get the color scheme put together. So then what we're going to do after that is we're then going to turn this around and start working on like the engine portion of the rear engine portion of this build. So for this, let's start with this section right here. So for this portion, let's take these two pieces, one of these gray vertical ratcheting hinges, and one of these black, more horizontal ratcheting hinge pieces. Connect them both like that. Then you can just ratchet it down like that. After that, let's take one of the silver cone pieces and attach it. In this case, we'll attach it to this side. After that, we can then, of course, add this orange sloped brick onto the two studs up top, like that. After that, we'll take one of these Technic adaptable Technic axle hole brick and attach it to the anti-studs like so. After that, we'll take the pneumatic T-bar and another one of these flag pieces, connect the flag onto the bar connections like so, and then we'll insert this other end into the axle hole from the brick like so. Then we can just angle that upward. Now, a quick note, it is going to want to go fully in if you want to do that, but for the angle we can just put out a tiny bit so we can achieve the angle, because otherwise it's going to be slightly more difficult. We can then of course mirror that. You mirror that, just making sure that the angle is right. And what we're going to do here is we're going to attach these two anti-studs onto the two studs on either side. So for this side, we'll attach this one here and this one here. So we have that going on. After that, we'll work on the other details that go under that. So for that, we'll take this white snot brick. We'll take one of these gray pieces and attach it like that, so that we attach the anti-studs onto the studs to the side, and having it oriented so that these parts are pointing upwards. These parts are pointing upwards when attached to this. Then after that, we'll take one of these sloped bricks in sand blue and attach the anti-studs onto the studs onto the side. Well, in this case, like this, but of course we're going to be mirroring that for the other side. After that, we'll attach these two parts onto the underside. So for this side, we'll connect the white studs onto the black anti-studs, connect it like so, and then do the same for the other side. We're almost done now. So up next we have the engine, so sort of engine blocks. So we'll take another Technic pinhole brick. We'll take one of these. We'll take a black dish piece, connect the stud onto the pinhole. We'll then take this piece, connect that stud onto this anti-stud, Then take this dish piece in the translucent blue, connect the stud onto this anti-stud here in the center. Then we'll take this cone piece, connect the top of that onto the anti-stud in there, like so. And then after that, we'll take the black 1x1 round stud and then connect it onto this side here. And then we're going to be replicating it for the most part. Only difference is for this side, this part will be attached here, not here. Okay, so it is technically mirrored, but it's mostly the same build. Okay, then after that, we'll then attach these onto the back here. So these anti-studs are going to be connected to these studs back here. So connect that there and that there, so that the black parts are facing towards the orange pieces. And then to finish things off, we'll take another one of these sand blue curve pieces, connect that, attach it onto these 4 studs here, like so. And then with that, we can just lift the windscreen, take our minifigure, and just seat our minifigure, our included minifigure, down into the, and of course flip that, and then after that you are done. And with that, here we have the Cyber Scout LandCross fully built up and ready to go. And with that, that'll be it for this alternate build. If you enjoyed this video, consider to like and subscribe, and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.